Everybody, welcome back to Cids Modded Life, Season 3, Episode 90, and I'm just recovering. I'm actually stood in what should be a perfectly safe place. I shouldn't have been able to take any damage. Something has managed to damage me here. I don't know what, because I'm in a piece of rock. And, oops, not that one. Yeah. Now, where I actually am, of course, if you haven't figured out by the sound of the Guardians dying down there, and is in the Guardian farm. And just to play it safe, because I was AFKing here for maybe about a day, 24 hours, give or take, because I needed a lot of this. But I don't know what managed to damage me. That is really odd. Anyway, the reason we're here, of course, is for this stuff. I'm going to just need a whole load of that, aren't I? That should do for starters, and I'll just make a whole load. Yeah, we need a whole load of dark prismarine for our roof, and I ran out. Well, I didn't run out. I still have quite a few thousand here, but I think I needed more than I was going to be able to get from here. This is a good farm. It works really well, but you do have to sit here for a while to get it to play, and hence I did. But I don't know. I'd love to know what actually managed to damage me while I was AFK. What do I need? Another 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and bang. And I think that should probably do us, and if not, we've got 20,000 left in the bank. So that's all good. Let us get on and get out of here. I'd love to know what hit me, though. That's very... Ooh, hello. Clipped. No, that's going the wrong way. Clipped the thing. Still love this build. It's just a pain to build. I'm in two minds whether I want to come back and finish any more off on this. I'll be honest, because, like I say, it's a great build to look at. It's a pain to build. Oh, hello. Even with a flight suit, it's just painful, you know. So, yeah, let us get some wither rose. That's probably a good point. 1, 2, 3. Let's get a load up there. What have we got there? 4. No, I'll go with 8 for now. 8 should make me 8 stacks, and that should be getting close to enough. But we can convert that over. Have done with all of this lovely stuff, and we'll get this nether fortress built. Well, very close to built anyway. I'm not going to promise a definite build, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops, can't quite manage that, so let's just do that. And then I need 1, 2. And yeah, so armed with all of this, we're going to go back and we're going to really push on and try and get that fortress in the nether built. I can't call it a nether fortress because obviously that's already a structure, but it is a kind of a fortress in the nether, which is kind of a nether fortress, isn't it, really? So kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't, I suppose. Let's pop one of those in. Yeah, let me just get as much of this converted into the dark prismarine as we can, and I shall be back with you in a moment. And we've got a thing with some stuff in it, so we're going to go and use it. That's as exciting as it gets. To the nether portal. Right. So, over here, what we've got, like, stuffs, and now we have stuff, because more stuff is always better. That's got a reasonable amount of dark prismarine and a whole load of this basalt. Because what I want to do, apart from go and deal with this ghast who's making a whole ruckus of a noise around somewhere around here. Where are you, Mr. Ghast? Oh, I think he's gone. Okay. So, we got that one done. That's what we did last time. And now we got this one done. So we got that side. Now, I do need to do something around the sides. And there's another ghast about somewhere. Damn it. He's over this way. I can hear him. Where? Oh. Definitely over this way. Where? Huh. I hate these gas things. Always distracting me. Anyway, what I actually need to do now is work out what I'm going to do about this. So coming along this edge here, because we need to build it up, but if we were to go and oops, no, is that right? Hang on. It is what? It's 2 to 3, isn't it? Yeah, okay, that's fine. So it is going to be like that, and we're going to come, oh, hello, steady on there, and like that. Now, in theory, we can't take that, we can't take that out. But I can replace it with roofing once we've got there, so that in itself isn't a problem. What we'll do is we shall raise this up along here, and we'll bring the roof all the way down like so, and then we'll kind of join it in here and do something. I'm not entirely sure what yet. And I'm thinking that what I may do is just put a little like spirey bit, which won't be a proper tower, but it will be a tower. You know, it will have a function. It will have form, if not function. Let me just get over there. So, so you're going like that. Okay. So it looks like we're going to go like that. It doesn't matter. We'll work it out. This is a new style of building, for me, as I've said previously. You know, this is top inside out building. I don't normally do like this. I normally kind of plan from the outside and then get the outside and bring that in, and it's a little bit more tricksy, I think, in the long run. But let's just get a roof running straight down the middle here, and that will give us a shape to work with, even if we just whack the roof down. We're going to need probably, I would think, 2 or 3 stacks of those. That's the wrong thing. Boop. We're definitely going to need a good few stacks of that. Maybe half a stack of those and another half stack of those. That ghast is bloody noisy. And then if we were to bring ourselves across like this, and again we will work out how this is going to fall once we've got the basics, because we need to also put a wall on the front. We're not just going to leave it like that, so this will probably come out at at least 1, maybe even 2 more blocks. Like so. And then similar on this side. So if I get this in, and then this will kind of come down, we'll end up with a similar thing going over here, and then we need to work out what we're going to do with these domes, although that'll be a lot easier here on this one because it's not trapped in the netherrack. So we'll do that and then work it. Right, let me do some building and I shall be back in a few moments. A little time on, and this is proving tricky. So we've got a roof. The roof comes this far, but we've got all of these big ugly barnacles of blast proofing I put on, which some of it holds lava, some of it doesn't. It's making it awkward to position. So roof goes straight across, very traditional. Then we've got a roof coming out traditionally this way. There's a little bit of a problem here with lava, and we're going to have a similar problem here. So what I've done is I've embedded this in a little tower. We'll decorate it a little bit more, but we just put some wall in for now. We brought this across here, and again, I don't like these gaps, so we're basically going to make sure that any gaps like that that are potentially spawnable are full. This side is proving a bit easier, and my plan here is to just, at the moment, start off with, again, broad brush strokes, blank wall, like this. Nothing fancy at all. The only thing I might do here is maybe throw some stairs across to make that lower edge unspawnable. I mean, it doesn't really make any difference. You'll notice this is opening as well. That is an invisible obsidian pressure plate. And on this side is also an invisible obsidian pressure plate. So we're definitely pressure plated up, and that is the wrong thing. I want those. Thank you. Let's go and see how this looks if we throw a little bit of depth. Or yeah, that's okay. And we can probably use a similar trick here, just to, again, kind of mix that up. In here, now if I take you from there to there, let's just go either side. And then throw in perhaps these. Again, just a little bit of depth. Doesn't matter if you can see a little bit of that obsidian, not obsidian, the basalt through it, because it changes that up. That gives us the opportunity then to come under here and just extend this across like so. My usual kind of technique there. I really need to change that up at some point. Actually, there is a change up we can do. Yeah, let's try that. Not like that. I've done this before in that I haven't used this gable end trick in a while, but have I got enough? Probably not, but it doesn't matter. Let's just go in like that, and then we come in underneath like a Sue. Do I like it? I'm not sure. However, that doesn't mean we couldn't mix up and do something. Let's kind of keep that as is. I'm happy enough with that, because we can quite easily repeat that underneath here, like so. And then, I wonder if, I don't think I've got any on me. I bet I haven't. We've always got that as an option, I suppose, because this is a light emitting block. Go in here like so, and is it enough of a contrast? I don't think it is. I think I might want to try a prismarine lantern there, and I don't know why I've just put those back in. Let me go and grab some of those because I haven't got any here, and I'll be back in a sec. Well, it's I swear these things are timing themselves perfectly just to be as inconvenient as possible, and that one didn't drop any tears. And then there's another one. Where are you? I don't know. Oh, and now we've got a slime, just for good measure. But anyway, I have got this side done. We still need to add the texture. Will you please just all go away? We need to add the texture, but I put a little bit in. We've got a bit of wall in there. We've got this tower. We've got these going on at the top, and both of those work to there. What they are specifically for is, if you recall inside, you've got this one sticks out a little bit further, and I couldn't really get the overhang without it looking silly. We've then got, if I can come over here, this basically goes round to there. We've still got all of this bit to do, all of this bit to do, and obviously we still need to mirror all of this over here. Stop it. Oh, that one went straight in the kisser. I mean, my kisser specifically. Anyway, I've then gone round. We've got this going on around the back here, so we've extended this out. We've tidied up the edges, and I've kind of tried to keep an overhang. Now, the bit I really struggled with, and I mean really struggled with, was this, the dome here, because working inside out has meant that the shape of this dome on the outside is really awkward to fill, but I think I'm happy with what we've managed to get there. It works. We've got a little bit sticking out in places that don't work quite as well as you might like them, but on the whole, I am happy with that. So I need to replicate, which I'm over here in the replicating mode, to take that. Where are you? I can hear you really close. Oh, there you are. And fire. Still not a crybaby. Okay, fine. Anyway, got the front, got a little bit of that glow going on there, so that's nice. It's starting to come together. So the first thing I need to do now is complete putting all of this back in. This is going to be a little bit awkward around here just because of the fact we're running into the walls, but we'll work it all out. And then once we've got all of that in place and all of these walls in place, I can actually landscape. I can landscape or hellform this, whatever I can, and go. Oh man, relentless, I tell you. Oh, cool. I shot him with an invisible arrow and made him cry. Like Georgie Porgy. Sorry, randomness there. Anyway, yeah. So this is mainly a function of copying that, and then once we've got to do all of this coming up onto here, and then I need to decide. I think this I'm just going to do a very simple structure, and maybe I may even just bring these up and actually build the walls right straight into the netherrack. So we can bring it up to here, get it as maybe to this far, and then just go bang and put the netherrack in there. I think that might be the solution. Because otherwise I am going to be running rings around myself trying to make all of this fit. So yeah, let me get that done. I'll be back in a second. Well, this thing is, without a doubt, the most painful build I've had to do in a long time. This roof has been horrendous, and of course the moment I hit record I hear the sounds of a flatulent cat or an angry baby. You take your pick on what you think it is. Yeah, so this roof has been, it's over here, isn't it, somewhere? Yeah, I thought so. Go away. Go, don't. Oh, you blew up my building. See, that was what I didn't want to happen. So yeah, this area has been a nightmare. This roof particular and getting this, but I've managed to get a roof that I'm reasonably happy with. I could not do anything with those, so I figured if I can't hide them, let's expose them. Let's just leave it out there. I've put some detail in. I've fleshed out the sides here. It's done around the back. We've got the little towers, and on this side we've got exactly the same. And I have landscaped this hillside to merge in, and I put a few little buttressing on the outside. I think it's buttressing. I can never remember. So that's fine. Now around the back here is not major problem because you can barely see it. I may not even bother texturizing this just because it's not visible, but I'm going to stick a whole load more netherrack. I'm going to hide all of this in netherrack. Those need replacing. But I kind of started thinking what to do with this massive black box that was sticking out the side. And then I decided, well, let's just bury it and have the thing coming out. That probably is the easiest thing rather than trying to come up with a solution to that. So that's what I come up with. And I've been using the opportunity that I want to bury all of this to also come in and just shave this bit of landscape down so it's kind of, level down here. I might leave that level in, I don't know yet. But it just gives me it gives me the materials to build with, and solves a problem with a rather unsightly big mass of netherrack sticking right up next to the structure. And I will put a few fires down, I think, as well, because obviously that's a kind of a natural feature. I suppose a burning bit of netherrack is the bush of the nether, isn't it? It's what we can do in the nether to hide it. I can also use, some of these speleotherms. I can grow a few of these hell trees, and we can just use a little bit of the native terrain around to landscape outside. But first things first, we need to just make this landscape this in to look nice and natural, and not make it thick enough that it can take a gassed fireball, because building in netherrack is a pain, because of course it blows up as soon as you look at it. It's horrendous stuff. So yeah, that's kind of where we are right now, and I'm just going to finish off kind of sculpting that little block of netherrack to hide the main gateway room, and then we'll get this nice and set up as well, and just tidied a little bit of landscaping outside, a little bit of gardening, a little bit of detailing, and I think we'll be able to call this project done. Now, there is one reason why I want to get this project done, and that is, well, at the time of recording, 118 is, I think the last time I looked, it's about 11 days away. End of the month, and I am currently recording on the 20th of the month, so yeah, 11 days, spot on. Now, obviously 118 is not going to come out, and we're not going to sit there and go, oh, 118, and everybody's going to get excited and have, scones for tea. But what we are going to have is the next phase of modern Minecraft around the corner. Again, not all of it. It's, I don't think we can sit there and go, it's going to be here. I think Forge will take a certain amount of time to update, and I suppose I should fill these out. Don't cheap out, John. This is me. I don't like the cheap out philosophy of putting things. I like to fill the holes in behind me, which is why I'm probably going through so much damn netherrack. But yeah, that's my rod to bear, I suppose. So I said in a previous thing, I'm starting to struggle with some of the inspiration, if you like, for builds for this season, and I want to just take a little break from Cids Modern Life, but I don't want to take a long break, because we do know that round the corner we've got 118. And that is going to be glorious, and we're going to have lots of interesting things to play with. I don't think, to be honest, not a great deal of interesting things from 118 itself. I'm actually not that fussy. I've had a play with the pre-release, and if anything, I think they've made the landscape too mountainous now. But it has given me some brilliant ideas for building, so I suppose I shouldn't complain too much. But I think the new world height and the new world depth and the big cave elements are going to be really interesting going forward. Just because, being able to build mega structures that go and rise all the way up and the likes is going to be, it's going to be quite game changing, isn't it, really, I think. So I am looking forward to it, but I'm actually looking forward to what some of the guys are doing with mods and data packs. Now, just bear with me a second. I'm just going to go and quickly Google something. I think it's, yeah, Terralith. If you've not seen the Terralith data pack, I would, pardon me, heartily recommend having a look at that. It looks incredible. It gives biomes aplenty a run for its money, let's put it that way. And it's a data pack, it's not even a mod. So yeah, there's developments coming along which I think are going to be very, very exciting for the Minecraft world, and which will be an interesting time. So I suppose, long story short, I'm going to play something just for the hell of playing it. Now, I have had a little play of it already, and I do quite like it, and some people will not like this choice, I know, because some people don't like this pack, or mod pack particularly. But I'm going to have a bash at FTB's Ocean Block. It actually seemed quite fun to me. Enough that I enjoyed it, so if I enjoy it, then it's worth having a play it, and I'm not so invested in it, certainly. Well, let's put it this way, I nearly didn't play it, and I nearly didn't play it on the basis of one mod, because I can't stand this particular mod, and I can't stand what it does to mod packs specifically, and that is Draconic Evolution, and the typical, I'm going to do a Skyblock pack, so let me put a end game quest line in which has you generating, blocks of triple triple compressed stuff with more stuff. I need more hoofer, more stuff, more netherrack. Now, I could just go and slice it out of the landscape, but I think I've got plenty, so I'll go and grab some. So yeah, I quite like the look of Ocean Block. I think it's worthwhile, worth an investigate, and as a result, I'm gonna let's not beat around the bush. I am going to go. Oh, I've only got some here. That's all right. That's not so bad. I'll take a little bit of that as well. We'll have that as well. Have I got any of the... I've got the ash blocks. Lovely. Thought I had more than one ash block. There's an ash block, but it's not much of an ash block. Yeah, so that is the plan. It's not much of a plan, but it is a plan. Now, this is not the last episode, by the way, so don't sit there thinking that I'm going to immediately just abandon this after I've finished this. This is probably close to the last, maybe the penultimate, or maybe the penultimate. I don't know what the one before that is, but it's not the last one, because I do want to finish a few bits and pieces off. And I would have liked to have done a lot more with Atlantis, but I just don't think I've got the time or the patience right now. Work is taking an awful lot of my time as well, so that has to be unfortunately factored in. It does pay the bills, so we have to give them a little bit of my time, not too much. Now, obviously we treat it things, but long story short, we're going to go and do something else. Maybe not next episode, maybe not the episode after this, but I do want this one finished because this has been a really interesting build for me. So yeah, let me just finish off landscaping this. I'm going to throw a little bit more ash block in and things, and then we'll get the little bit of landscaping. Oh god, no, nope. Bad. What did you hit? Nothing important. Oh, there's a little bit there. You see, that's all right because it doesn't really impact. Yeah, I'll be back in a second anyway. Okay. I think that's about it. So, as far as this build is concerned, there's obviously room for expansion. There are other things we could do. We've got space over this way and this way to expand out and build more corridors. Obviously, we have our blaze farm down here, which is very effective in terms of the amount of blaze it spawns, and that there's a little bit of that exposed at the back, but I'm not going to worry. I won't tell if you don't. Anyway, so we got through here and we got Vinny and Winnie and Spot. I don't know what we called him, and then obviously there's Johnny there. A couple of Ravagers. This particular build I really have enjoyed it, but the last bit, getting the outside done, has been painful. So from the inside, all looks great. We've got these walk out here, and I've gone with a boneyard kind of skull collector aesthetic. So around the side here we've just got a little bit of growth, a few mushrooms and stuff. Nothing major going on around there. Just as we go quickly, just to point around the back, so I haven't skimped or cheated. Well, I have cheated a little bit. I didn't texture, but I have filled all of this in. So this is all nicely done. We've got these nice little pillars and the prismarine. I would have liked to have used the new copper blocks for this. I think that would look really nice, but I don't have them because we're not in that version. Come out, got a couple of lake things. We've got the various heads on spikes and bits of flame. There's a rib cage. We even used a dragon head out here. So a bit of vine and bramble growing up around the side. It's around this side I've not done as much because you don't see it, and it's things, but we have got all of that filled in. I'm happy with it. It's taken a lot of effort. I mean, this is four days of attempted recording because I keep these flames are the torch flames, by the way, which means I can stand in them. Those, however, I can't. Yeah, 4 days of trying to get this roof line right it's been hard. But I am really happy with this aesthetic. I think we have got a very definite build which I can really say is a nice nether cathedral fortressy thing. If I were building further and continuing on in the season, there'd be more we could put in here. We could get, this would probably be where I put things like nether wart farms and stuff. But again, this is the argument about certain aspects of certain mods. There is no point to me building a nether wart farm. Realistically, there was no point for me building a blaze farm. I could have done a blaze farm with mystic agriculture. I can quite easily, I don't need to get this area, so I still need to do something with it. I really don't know what to do. For nether warts, I just have to do this because I've got the botany pots. And I think again, remind me of this when we come to it, but if I was going with Cids Modded Life Season 4, I'm going to try and avoid some of these quality of life mods. These are overpowered, without a doubt. That is definitely overpowered, without a doubt. And had I put a blaze crop in, I don't think I did do a blaze, but I could quite easily have done so. Then, yeah, I mean, there, honey. I don't even need to wither crops, I don't need to do any of this because a honey farm, bee farm is not necessary. It's in this one pot here. Wither farm, not necessary here. Gold farm, not necessary here. Iron farm, I did one, but it's not necessary because, of course, it's wherever it is. I'm not even sure whether... Did I even bother doing it? Yeah, that's iron, isn't it? No, that's aluminium. That's silicon. You see what I mean? It's kind of self-defeating in the things. Now, it's got one big advantage is, of course, it does allow me to concentrate entirely and solely on the building and build from early on. But yeah, it's a kind of a conundrum. It's a definite balance issue. But anyway, on that note, we are going to call this one an episode. I definitely think there's at least a couple more episodes in this because we still have all of this space to use. And if I were doing a particularly long series, I would probably build this up as a control center and bring all of the controls to all of the farms and everything up from here and into a single point. But that is probably not going to happen. Not least of which with this volcano. The volcano walls in here are very thin. So getting cables and stuff down and up the side here would be challenging. I mean, there's wireless, I suppose, but so that's one aspect. We'll definitely do something up in this space. I've got a few ideas of what I might do in this space, if I can make them work. I don't know exactly, but on that note, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.